Now, there is one question on everyone's mind ahead of the new season, Matthews, and I think on today's show we're going to be looking to answer that question. And the question is Giovanni Da Silva the best player in the world?
It's definitely an interesting question, Nathan. And one thing I will say, it's not an easy question to answer because on one hand you would say yes because he's won the World Cup, he was so influential for Barcelona's season last season. He was the best performer in probably a subpar team. But on the other hand, you want to say no because it's a bit too soon to be calling him the best player in the world. I mean, he's only been here for one season, only been on the spotlight for like a season. And I mean, sure, he got 20 goals and 20 assists. But that's not the numbers of like a Messi or a prime Ronaldo, a prime Messi or a Mbappe or a Haaland. So for now, in my opinion, I would not say he is the best player in the world. But I would be interested to hear what you have to say about it, Nate.
Honestly, Matthews, I think he is the best player in the world. I mean, like, sure, when you look at the stats, it doesn't show it, but when you actually watch him play, when you see his play style, how influential he is for Barcelona, I'd say he is the best player in the world. I mean, sure, Barcelona didn't make it that far in the Champions League, but when you look at his performance with Argentina, it really shows how influential he is. I mean, I think he was the World Cup top goal scorer, and even this season, people are calling him the most valuable player in the world. He's valued at an alarming amount of about £300 million, or at least that's his release clause at Barcelona. So honestly, the way things are going for him, I mean, his price says he's the best player in the world. His performance, like overall performance, says he's the best player in the world. Maybe not the stats so far, but I feel like if you give him a bit of time, then the stats will start to pick up. Maybe one day we will see him go and reach those 50 goals a season type of numbers, maybe even 60 goals a season. But I definitely think as it stands right now, on form, Giovanni Da Silva is the best player in the world.
It's definitely interesting to hear your opinion, Nate. Although, when you put it that way, then it's kind of difficult for me to disagree with you, but at the same time, it's still difficult for me to agree with you. But one thing is for sure, there's one thing we definitely can agree on. Giovanni Da Silva is definitely a generational talent. But I feel like one thing that's always going to follow him in his career, because people are now considering calling him the best player in the world, he might even start being called the next Messi once more. I mean, that might be one shadow that he may never escape. I mean, like, he is a bit like Messi. He is left-footed. He's signed with Adidas on a permanent basis. But I guess we're just gonna have to watch as the season progresses, and we'll see how it goes. Because I feel like the only way to decide if he's the best player in the world is to watch his football.
That is true. But now it is time for the first La Liga match of the season. We've been talking about Giovanni Da Silva all this time, but we're gonna take it all over to our FIFA expert as he will commentate on the beginning of Barcelona and Atletico Madrid season. But it'll be definitely interesting to hear more about Giovanni Da Silva as time goes on this season.
What's up, Wonder Kid? It's FIFA expert, and today we're going to be back with Giovanni Da Silva, episode 1 of season 2. It took a bit of time to get it prepared, but I felt like I wanted to take a small break after the World Cup. But yeah, now world champion Giovanni Da Silva is back in club football with Barcelona. And now questions wonder, will he be able to lead Barcelona to some glory? He was able to lead Argentina to the World Cup. Could he lead Barcelona to La Liga? Or maybe even the Champions League? Only time will tell. But if they are going to challenge for La Liga, they definitely have to win this game. I feel whoever comes out on top here will definitely have the advantage. Maybe not in the long run, but short term, they will be having an advantage heading into the title race. But of course, Giovanni Da Silva is walking into a season in not really the best off season he's ever had. He wasn't able to spend it with his family because his family isn't in the best spot right now. His dad is still missing. No one knows where he is. There's been no clues since last season, January, and his mom did unfortunately pass away. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to commentate. And of course, Atletico Madrid fouled him hard. Yannick Carrasco going a little bit too crazy there. This is probably a red card tackle, like he got none of the ball. He got all of Giovanni. That is a tackle that could injure a few players, but I'm kind of surprised Giovanni is still walking after that. But at the same time, I should probably be grateful. But one team that is not going to be grateful here is Atletico Madrid, as Barcelona have a free kick. And the main man, Diogo Santos, Giovanni's best friend, he's going to be the one to take it. And he almost rarely misses these types of opportunities. And he scores this one as well. Barcelona in the first 5 minutes are 1-0 up. Now the relationship between Diogo Santos and Giovanni Da Silva is definitely much more different than other relationships. Barcelona really did create a great duo, probably the next Messi-Neymar combination type of duo here, because these two are just inseparable. Their connection is amazing. And this time they did not link up, but Diogo Santos does smash in a free kick that'll send Barcelona into the lead. But how long would this lead last for Barcelona? It's the 12th minute. Atletico Madrid are on the attack, and Thomas Lemar has basically a tap in, and just like that, Barcelona's lead has evaporated into thin air, and Atletico Madrid have some momentum to carry with them. And of course they would use this momentum as Llorente would be on the attack once more, but this time Balde is able to block in the cross. They're not going to be suffering another cutback, not this time at least. And a bit of a awkward situation in the box. Giovanni Da Silva had the ball headed towards him, he just couldn't quite get there. And yeah, Barcelona a bit of trouble in the back, but of course after that they were on the counter-attack, and again Giovanni Da Silva has just been clattered. He just got sent to a different dimension there. But again, Diogo Santos is on the ball. Will he go for goal from here? He does, but unfortunately that hits the wall. But Barcelona still keep the ball. Their pressure is still being a bit successful. Giovanni tries to wiggle his way past Kimpembe, but he cannot. Kimpembe is a good defender. And Luis Suarez gets an opportunity from the outside of the box in the 30th minute, and he's able to smash that into the bottom right-hand corner with a bit of ease. Maybe you would say Ter Stegen would have been able to save that. Maybe you would say he should have saved that, but just maybe one of those shots that has too much power on it, and just like that, Barcelona are losing this game. Giovanni would be offside on a counter-attack. Unlucky. It's a lot closer than it looks. But of course, Giovanni wasn't going to give up. He was on the attack once more. Dribbling, cutting inside like he always does. And he hits it with power, and he is going to be bringing Barcelona level just before halftime. That's the thing with Giovanni Da Silva in the wings. Sometimes he will cross it in with his right foot, which is actually no longer a weak foot. And sometimes he will prefer to cut inside and try to take a shot on his left foot. He's just that versatile as a winger. And that's probably why people are calling him the best player in the world. And just like that, Giovanni Da Silva opens up his campaign with a goal. And the 45th minute, just before halftime, definitely changes the manager's team talks, that's for sure. But yeah, this has been a thriller so far at the Estadio Metropolitano. And fans definitely getting their money's worth. Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, probably the two title contenders of this season. But we definitely can't count out Real Madrid. But yeah, so far so good for Barcelona, when you really consider things in a deep look. But of course, Barcelona would be on the counter-attack. Dia and Da Silva again, just his playmaking ability to give it to De Jong, and De Jong to give it to Santos to bring Barcelona into the lead once more. It's just beautiful football from Barcelona so far. I mean, again, a great pass from Da Silva. De Jong just cuts it back to Diogo Santos, and you'll always be finishing that. Of course, Da Silva with a bit more clever trickery here. Could he go for goal? Could he cross it in? He goes for goal, and it is in off the post. That is a good goal. Yannick Carrasco couldn't do much there. You can't really do much when you have Giovanni Da Silva using his trickery against you. You really can't touch the ball when he's on it, when he's on this type of form. And just like that, in the first match of the season, Giovanni Da Silva has a brace. Again, in this situation, you never really knew if he was going to cut inside or cross the ball, and once again he did choose to cut inside and take an amazing shot. Jan Black did actually get a touch there, but of course it was not quite enough. And yeah, Barcelona in the 60th minute had the lead, but 70th minute came along. Atletico Madrid were threatening once more. They were still on the attack. Lemar on the ball. Giovanni trying to do a bit of his defensive duties, almost gets there, but the cross doesn't go far. Ter Stegen is able to deal with that one. Giovanni gets the ball back. Could Barcelona suffer from the press here? Could they fall victim to a very good press? No, they wouldn't. In fact, they would actually go on the counter-attack. Giovanni wriggles away from Bukayo Saka, but due to tired legs, he can't really go that far, so he gives it to Santos. Santos gives it to Memphis Depay. Memphis gives it to Frankie de Jong. Frankie de Jong gives it to Giovanni Da Silva, who has a bit of an open lane. He takes a shot, but straight at Jan Oblak, and Giovanni Da Silva is not getting a hat-trick today. Atletico Madrid would have one last attack, but it didn't really amount to much. And just like that, in the first match of the season, thanks to Diogo Santos and Giovanni Da Silva both scoring braces, Barcelona see themselves to victory. And just like that, they might probably show why they're going to be title contenders this season. Of course, last season was a bit tough, losing Lionel Messi, but they also got Giovanni Da Silva as maybe not as a replacement, not at first, but right now he is seeming like the perfect replacement for Lionel Messi. But yeah, the scenes are great in the locker room. Plus, did we mention that Barcelona signed Rafael Varane? Well, if I didn't, my apologies. They signed Rafael Varane. But yeah, I think that's it for the episode. I'll see you all for episode 2 of season 2. But yeah, that is probably what you would call the dream start for FC Barcelona's season 2. Big things are coming for Barcelona, that's for sure. Big things are in Barcelona's future. Don't forget to like and subscribe, but if you don't want to subscribe, no pressure. Just watch more of my videos.